Hi everyone, Angela the Angelic Arcturian Starseed transmitting for you all once again. How's everybody doing out there? I am doing well. I wanted to talk with you guys today about some downloads that I've been getting about shifting timelines and ascension cycles, and it's another little piece to the puzzle, to the ascension puzzle that I got that I wanted to share with you guys. So it's kind of complicated, but I'm going to make it as simple as I can. So basically, everything in the universe is cyclical. It's a cycle of death and rebirth that every single thing, entity, consciousness goes through, right? So when we choose to incarnate on Earth, we usually choose incarnation cycles. So we'll plan out several lives to be had within a specific cycle. And so when we come to Earth, we either come to Master Earth School, which is just regular, basically the student, to Master Earth School as the student, and then we can come back and do an Ascension cycle, which is Mastering Earth School as a teacher. So a lot of us right now, a lot of us starseeds and stuff, we've been in this Ascension cycle that has been a 25,000 year cycle, and we've lived all these incarnations that have been preparing us for this lifetime, the actual Ascension cycle. So as it culminates, all these lifetimes culminate, a lot of us are tested again and again. And like 2019 was a big year of testing for us as it refers to our past lives. So like tests that we had in previous lives when we were preparing for this life, things that we may have really struggled with, or demons that we fought, whatever it was, we passed it, obviously, because we graduated to the next level, but then we get tested on it again. And so whenever we get these tests from the universe, whatever we choose is either a higher or lower timeline. And I have kind of explained how that works in another video. I think it's called Choosing Higher Timelines, where every choice either takes us to a higher timeline and a higher frequency, or a lower timeline and a lower frequency. So as 2020 begins, the timelines are going to split, like, for good, because we've been choosing this whole last year which timelines we're going to be on for this 2020 cycle. It's going to be a new cycle. So if we passed our tests and we did our healing work and we did what we were doing, then we've been choosing Ascension timelines. If we haven't been, and we've been refusing to wake up and refusing to do any of the work, or we just simply aren't here for that reason, we will stay on the 3D timeline, which is the apocalyptic timeline. So the 3D timeline that we've all been on before we started to choose these higher timelines, that one goes straight to like an apocalyptic ending, and that's where you'll see the whole 5G play out. So we have the 5G and the 5D timelines that have been running parallel to each other, and now they're getting ready to really split. And so we're going to see the divide between light and dark. There's going to be a much greater gap between the two, and it's going to be a lot easier to see who's playing on what side of the field. Like, as the veils continue to be lifted more and more, it'll be a lot easier to see who's working for the light and who's working for the dark. And so a lot of the deception and stuff will start to disappear as we get more telepathic, as the timelines split more and more. And those of us who are on Ascension timelines will continue that out and finish the cycle, which is the culmination of a long cycle of lifetimes. So it's basically like graduation as a teacher. So it's really cool for those of us who are here. And and it's different for everybody. There's 3 different waves of teachers that are coming in and incarnating right now. The first wave started to awaken in 2012, and that's really when those Ascension timelines started to open up. So they awoke and they became the first round of teachers, and that's people like Dolores Cannon, and she may have been older than that, but Phil Good, Matt Kahn, Teal Swan, those first wave teachers. And then they basically instructed us, which I'm part of the second wave, and they taught us, and then now we are teaching the third wave, who I believe have been waking up in 2019, and we'll see more and more of the third wave as they complete their process, their healing and relearning process. So we'll start to see more and more of those third waivers show up too. And then I think once the third waivers are fully ready to be teachers, then the entire collective will experience the actual physical separation of the timelines, and whichever timelines we've chosen is the timelines that we'll be on. And they're always changing, and every choice can always change it, and we all have different reasons why we're here and what we came to experience. But as a collective, that's kind of a collective energy as far as timelines go. So this brand new cycle that's starting in 2020 is going to have even higher timelines available to us, and we can just keep going up and up and up. It just depends on what we personally are trying to accomplish in this cycle. So for a lot of us, it's to be teachers and guides. If we graduate this Ascension Masterclass, then if we're not already teachers and guides, then we are teachers and guides on the other side. So yeah, it was a lot. There's been a lot that they've been explaining to me, so I just wanted to jump on and share that little transmission with you all, and maybe give you some perspective about the future and the past and everything in between. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.